stew cup, they're very good also. Marinated cup, it's very good. Conch chowder is very good too. So any question, guys? Any questions? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Is that tire supposed to be there?
No, it was no, sir. It's not supposed to be there. But as I said earlier, it's placed there by accident. Fell off of one of the small tender boats that carry passengers back and forth the cruise ship to the dock. It was passing this area and it fell off. But it's not doing any harm to the ocean. It's a good question. Not doing any harm to the ocean. It's right now it's part of the marine life, so small fish go inside there, sleep at night, hide from different fish, okay? And predator fish, they hide from predator fish at night. Or sometimes you find crab, lobster inside those tires. Sandtail fish you might see there on the port side, long skinny fish, look white. So any questions? Any other question? Everyone enjoying the tour so far? Yes? Go ahead. You want to see a shark? Yes? They're headed to the beach for lunch. Our sharks out there, it's a wide open ocean. We do see them from time to time during our tour. The most common shark we see in this area are nurse shark. But why we don't see them frequently is because of too much traffic. And sharks don't like noise, and noise travel 4 times faster in water than in air. So if you see a shark, you'll be swimming away from the submarine, not towards the submarine. Schoolmaster snapper there, starboard side, sorry, on the port side. Always mix up port and starboard. Parrotfish straight out, the green turquoise colorful fish there, that's a male stoplight parrotfish. Females have a dull color. They said the male have brighter colors to attract the female. And back when there was king and queen around, way back in the olden days, they said the parrotfish, the only person can eat the parrotfish is the royalty family, the royal family. They catch them if you catch if you're not a part of the royal family. A barracuda straight out there swimming like a torpedo. Fifth fastest fish in the ocean. Very good to eat. They're poisonous. Their poison inside their meat. So you won't find them in a restaurant here. You have to know a local to get the barracudas to eat. So we're back down to the drop off here. Back down to drop off. Starboard side, viewing the Cayman Wall now. Port side, viewing more of the drop off. The severity of the drop off here on the port side. So as I said, this side of the island go down to 2,000 feet, but it's not the deepest end of the island. East end of the island go down to 6,000 feet, or southeast of the island go down to 25,000 feet. That is where the Cayman Trench is located. Anyone watch the movie Abyss? Yes, that's where James Cameron was pretending to be, at the Cayman Trench. But anyone know the deepest trench known to man? Yes, ma'am and sir. The Marianas Trench, and that goes up to 36,000 feet. The Marianas Trench is so deep you can use the tallest mountain, Mount Everest, and dump inside of there and still have a mile of water above it. Well, roughly 2 years ago, there's a famous movie producer, director that went down to the Marianas Trench. His name is James Cameron. He's the second one to be down to the Marianas Trench, but he's the first one to went to the very bottom of the Marianas Trench. It took him 2 hours to get down there, spent approximately 4 hours, and it took him an hour and a half to get back to the surface. So that is why 3% of the Earth ocean is explored. We know more about space than the ocean. Why? Because of the depth and the pressure underneath. So James Cameron did it on a solar submarine. The submarine is called a Deep Sea Challenger. It was built and designed by him and his crew. But the first time someone ever went down to the Marianas Trench was in 1960. So it took more than 50 odd years before someone else could make that adventure once again. This submarine, 48 passengers with 3 crew, so 51 in all. if you look on this, the coral reef here on the starboard side, you can see how they tend to flatten out. It's because they're searching for light. And coral need light to survive, so all the light is seen out there is all natural sunlight. So here in the Cayman Islands, you can see sunlight at a depth of roughly around 1,000 feet or more. And we have proven that with our smaller submarine that we had before Hurricane Ivan. We usually go down to 1,000 feet or more. We see sunlight. The pilots on those usually tell us that they can turn off all inside light and still can read a magazine or a newspaper down there. And why we can see so clearly in the Cayman Islands or water, so beautiful and clear, is because we don't have any mountains or the stream that dump sediments inside the water to block the sunlight. So like different parts of the world, you can see some of them, but if you put your hand in the water, you cannot see your hand. There's a lot of sediments dumped inside the water. By looking at the coral reef, you don't see those bright, beautiful colors of the coral reef, right? So I think our coral reef is dead. No, it's not. It's a very healthy reef. But why you don't see any colors is because of white light. Once white light passes through water, the color spectrums are filtered out. For example, anyone wearing anything red shirt, red nail polish, red blouse, if you look at it now, it's not red. Turn to your spouses, your family, look at their lips, look at their skin tone, and look blue. That they're losing oxygen. Notice that? Maybe the pilot has turned off the oxygen. Look forward here. Look at the sign that I'm holding up. The sign that I'm holding up is a danger sign, right? All danger signs should be red, but it's not red. Watch when the pilot turn on the light. See, it's actually red. See that? Once he turned off the light, you can see the colors filter out. So the same thing going on inside of the submarine is the same thing going on outside. All the colors are there. To get back the colors, you have to use artificial white light to shine on the reef to get back those colors. So in the color spectrum, the first color tend to filter out is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and so forth. But the last color we filter out is blue. That's why the ocean appears blue. So the colors you see out there, like some of the orange, some of the yellows on the fish, is because they have a fluorescent pigment inside their tissue, so they can reflect back their colors. So that's why you will see some colors during the day. So Atlantis put on 2 dives, a day dive and a night dive. You know, most of you guys are on the cruise ship. If you decide to come back to the Cayman Islands, you can do our night dive, very beautiful at night. We turn on our artificial white light, shine on the reef, get back those beautiful colors. And also we see predators such as crab, lobsters, see octopus. See some big fish there. At night, could be snapper, silver tarpon. From time to time we see sharks, nurse shark at night. And at night, that's when the coral reef come alive. That's when they feed at night. So I'm here talking about the coral reef is alive and reef is healthy and they feed at night, while the coral reef more look like a rock or a plant because of the creatures that live and clustered inside the coral reef called the coral polyps. So they're actually talking about the coral reef, they're talking about those creatures. So the rock formation you're looking at there is like a cocoon protecting the coral polyps. And coral polyps look like upside down jellyfish. So they're microscopic animals that live and clustered inside the coral reef. And they live in colony with many single polyps making up of one colony. So a coral colony can be thought or be similar to an apartment building with tenant inside sticking their head out to get some food passed along. For example, if you go to the beach, you see some dead corals, see some tiny holes inside of those dead corals, that's where the coral polyps live. So our coral polyps have its own mouth, tentacles, stomach, and reproductive organs. They do feed and breed individually. So the coral polyps on the coral reef are fragile creatures. So diverse snorkelers are not allowed to touch a coral reef, because by touching the coral reef you can kill it. And how you do that? The coral reef is covered with a mucus membrane that protects them from bacteria. Once you touch it, you release that mucous membrane and expose them to bacteria. And once a piece of the coral reef dies, stays dead, it don't grow back. So right around the world, coral reef is highly protected, especially in the Cayman Islands.